I ran. I ran and ran and ran. I wouldn't stop running. I couldn't. He was right behind me. If I slowed, even for a second, he'd catch me. I couldn't afford that. I carried on, huffing and panting, desperate for my life.
Get back here!
I kept running, passing the dead corpse from earlier. Looking at the now rotting flesh motivated me to run faster. I outran him and hurried out of the alley and onto the empty streets. It was late. It was obvious that everybody would have been in bed by now. Great. After all, a serial killer was loose in the city. He caught up to me faster than I anticipated and stood for a moment.
There you are. You can't get anyone now.
Before I could do anything, he grabbed my neck and pushed me against the wall. I tried to get his hand off my throat, but he was too strong. I was really running out of air now. I had to think quickly. I spat in his eye and he released me. I kicked him once I was free and ran again. He recovered quickly, not giving me much chance to get out of sight, and started running after me again. What I assumed to be a knife whizzed past my head and hit a trash can ahead of me. I didn't get to take a look or go back for it, because then he would have caught me, and how would I get away if it wasn't a knife? He jumped toward me and grabbed my foot, causing us both to fall. I tried to crawl to my feet, but he pulled me towards him.
I'm not letting you get away.
I tried to kick him, but he caught my other foot. He must have been very strong because he stood up and lifted me from my feet. He dropped me back on the hard pavement. I cried out and then rubbed my head to soothe the pain from the impact. He kicked me as hard as he could in the stomach, then punched me in my chest. I cried out once again. I was hugging myself on the verge of tears. I was pulled harshly to my feet. He had a firm grip on my shoulders and looked me in the eye.
You're coming with me.
He started dragging me in the opposite direction of where I was running to. I was too tired to fight against him. This is it, I thought. I'm done. I remember telling myself to always be careful, but now I've gotten sloppy. I can't get away now. If I try, my life will only end sooner. It's hopeless. But then, I saw lights hit the street and eagerly turned around. A car! I could get help! Before he could turn his head to see the car, I elbowed him in the face. Once again, he released me, and I ran with the rest of my strength to the car. The car stopped suddenly as I ran in front of it. I went to the passenger side door and banged my hands on the window. Help, please!
What? What's happening?
I'm not one to trust men after things like this, but this one was seemingly friendlier, and I was in no position to judge. He unlocked the door and I jumped in.
Hey!
Drive! Drive! He started driving. My pursuer chased after us.
Miss, are you alright? What happened back there?
I'll tell you in a minute. We have to lose him.
No problem.
He drove faster this time, leaving my pursuer in the dust and out of sight. Finally, I was away from that man. Oh, sir, you really are my hero today. Do you want anything? Money, jewelry?
No, it's alright. Company is the only reward I can ask for. I'm just glad I could save you from that maniac back there. Let me guess. Angry boyfriend?
To the contrary, no. I was finally free. I don't know how long that fellow had been stalking me, but it was behind me now. Such a great feeling.
What's your name, miss?
Dell, it's short for Delilah. You?
Sam.
That reminds me. Good old what's-his-face back there. What was his name again? Phil something. Ah, yes. Detective Philip Drake. Nice try, detective. I've been trying to avoid him for a while now. It seemed as if he was always where I wanted to be. Earlier, when he caught me murdering my ex-boyfriend, I thought I was a goner. Luckily, this fellow, Sam, came along. It's funny, Drake actually almost caught me back there. I don't know how he knew my path through the alley, or how he knew that everyone would have been asleep by that time. That kick to the stomach really hurt. I would have been thrown into jail by now if this sucker hadn't come along. Sam, do you live in the city?
No, just passing through. I live in the next town over.
Excellent.
It'll take all night to get there. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. Why don't we stop for a midnight snack at a diner or something?
Good idea. I could go for a bite.
Thank you, Sam. You've really made my night.